EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Hoosier State, where Colts fans rise to their feet with the striking of the anvil as it is time for football here at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indy. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. As we take a peek at Sam Darnold, the former USC Trojan and third pick in the 2018 draft.
And I know that last year in 2024, New York Jets fans were watching him and saying, that's the guy we thought we were going to get. But he found his groove in Minnesota, finished in the top 5 in passing yards and touchdowns last year. Now in Seattle, ready to prove that last season was no fluke.
First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Second down and 6 now from the 26. Play action. It's Darnold. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Valdez-Scantling in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And when you watch him trot onto the field, you just think to yourself, he looks like a quarterback. All the talent in the world, running, throwing, physical presence. The bottom line, though, has to get his completion percentage up to league standards because he was under 50% in 2024. If he puts it all together and reaches his full potential, he's going to be dynamite.
And right away, he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Here's Richardson to throw. Out of his hands quickly to Pittman. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Richardson working from the gun. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down. First and 10.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Play action. Now Richardson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Second and 10. Now Richardson. Pass caught right side by Taylor. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They go play action with Richardson. That's going to be caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
First down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Taylor fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
He's got the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. Touchdown, Colts! Mo Alley-Cox, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Now the try here for the point after. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the gadget play gets him into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Here's Darnold. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Grover Stewart getting in there for the sack. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. An 8-yard gain, so that gets them halfway there. Now they're left with a 3rd and 8 more.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Back to throw, Darnold. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 70 yards. And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Room here to run. And they work this route upfield across the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones in a first down. There was a great article in the paper yesterday about how he likes to run angry. Plays like that, you can feel it, can't you?
As long as he doesn't drive angry, we're okay. Because when he's on the field, that anger works for him. It fuels him, it powers him. And the end result runs like that.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Off play action, Richardson. A short one there, caught by Warren. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Ernest Jones there for the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a 2nd and 10. Richardson looking to throw this. Throw left side, taken in by Pittman. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 20-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now it's Richardson. And this taken in by Downs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down and sacked back at the 7. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Quick throw completed by Richardson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Josh Downs from 6 yards away. And the Colts have taken the lead.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7.
Seahawks 7.
That time a 9-play drive, and the gadget play gets him into the end zone. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. That'll be caught. It's caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards on the play.
First down, Seahawks.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well-designed, and it's a quick first down.
From the 50, it's Darnold. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. So no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. Here's Darnold. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. 3rd and 7 now.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To the air again, Darnold. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up. And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He's got 2 touchdown passes on his first 2 drives, and he'll try again here on drive 3. Looking to put a drive together. He'll start with a give to Taylor. Powers through. And this is going to be a Colts first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
10 yards. That's good for a Colts. First down. 1st and 10.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Richardson looking to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. After the interception, here's Darnold. Throw left side complete. That's Walker. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. To throw is Darnold. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call
receiver
PPR?
still gets a point there. Yeah. And you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
Now this incomplete, and I don't see any flags coming out. He was clearly in the pocket, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, and that brings up 4th down.
Michael Dixon.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Indy set to go on offense once more. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards for number 11.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Richardson to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. First and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Quick slant caught by Pierce. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now 2nd and 3. Richardson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Richardson back to throw it. Down the field, he's got Warren. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
31 yards. That's another Colts first down.
So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Colts going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
From the 33, here's second and a yard. Richardson to throw off play action. And he's got Pierce. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
1st and 10 at the
They've got the lead
31-yard
early here in the
line.
third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now Richardson. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough, and it'll be fourth down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on third and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Trying to punch it in with Taylor.
Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Anthony Richardson, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Zaire Franklin. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front three, your front four, your front five, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Darnold. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll give him a new set of downs.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Darnold down to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Throw left side, complete to Cup. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him. He really looked comfortable there, scanning the situation, analyzing things, feeling the pressure, and then stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a first down.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. From the gun, it's Walker. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now it's Darnold. Throw out wide to Walker. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Here's Darnold. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Colts offense and Anthony Richardson ready for this next possession. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. And it's a fumble! And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
A short throw. This is caught by Cox. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. They'll run the jet sweep here with Pierce. And able to get this one across the 35 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Really an excellent run. Sidestepping tacklers on his way to a pickup of 8.
Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
83 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's another Colts first down.
Looked like a pretty smart decision that time to keep the football by the quarterback.
It was, because you saw how the runner got swarmed. So you've got to pull the ball from his arms, keep it yourself, and get what you can. And the most underrated player on this play is the running back.
And the ball is free. Taylor lost it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth.
Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. They trail by 2 scores in the fourth, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. Now time to see what this offense has left in the tank. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now it's Richardson. That is caught. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
That's good for another Colts. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
At the 16-yard line.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Richardson looking to throw this. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. The offense on third down, they've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Pierce in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Anthony Richardson, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Colts have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Now the try here for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it was Anthony Richardson who took it into the end zone to finish things off. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And out now come the Seahawks. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Give him 30 yards there.
To get back in this ball game, big plays are going to be necessary. And here's one right on cue. Coming up with 3 scores here in the 4th is not going to be an easy task, but that's good work there to bite off a chunk of yards.
Now Darnold. Finding Walker complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
To the sideline and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Darnold. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Darnold. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The coverage good, the pressure good, leads to the sack, and it's 3rd and goal now.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin, 4th quarter, you're going. 4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Myers connects on the PAT. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Colts offense and running back Jonathan Taylor heading back onto the field. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Second down and 6 now. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Richardson looking to throw. And he's going to have a Colts 1st down. And that should be the one that finishes this game off. It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it.
At the 28-yard line.
Down to a knee goes Richardson, and that should finish off this victory. So it's a win here for the Colts, and it was thanks in part to the play of their third-year quarterback.
Yeah, and he did it with both his arm and his legs. You talk about a dual threat. How about this headline? 2 touchdowns passing, 2 more rushing. They just couldn't find a way to slow him down.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indianapolis.